All of the traditions here at Churchill Downs. The biggest day of the year in Louisville, Kentucky. Riders up, jockeys are on the horses, and now it is time for the post parade for all 19 horses in Derby 151. We start with the one Citizen Bull, Bob Baffert's first Kentucky Derby horse in 4 years. The 2-year-old champ with Martin Garcia in his first Derby in a decade. The 2, Neo Equos, 2-time winner. All 7 starts in Florida. Luis Saez with his 12th try to win the Derby. Trainer is Safi Joseph. The 3, Randy, is Final Gambit.
He went last to first in his last start in the Jeff Ruby Stakes at 15-1. He's 17-1 right now. Trainer Brad Cox won yesterday's Kentucky Oaks with good cheer.
The 4, Scratch. So we move on to the 5, an American Promise.
He has 2 lifetime wins, including the Virginia Derby in his last race. For trainer, 89-year-old trainer Wayne Lucas, expect this horse to be fairly close early.
Admire Daytona, the 6, based in Japan, won the UAE Derby in Dubai. Christophe Lemaire, his 3rd Kentucky Derby, all on Japanese-based horses. 7, Luxor Cafe.
Back-to-back Japanese. Look at the odds. 8-1. Bettors perhaps gravitating toward his 5-length win in his last start in Japan, the largest winning margin in the final prep of any horse in the field.
Then you have the favorite, the 8, Journalism. Won 4 of 5 starts, including the Santa Anita Derby, 2nd Kentucky Derby for trainer Michael McCarthy and Umberto Rispoli. The 9, Burnham Square, deep closer, ridden by the man who made a run on the rail last year, Brian Hernandez Jr. The horse has won 3 of his last 4 starts, including the Bluegrass Stakes. That was last month. The 10, Grande, was a scratch, so Jerry the 11 and Flying Mohawk.
He's got 2 lifetime wins, both on the turf and most recently 2nd in the Jeff Ruby Stakes on synthetic. He's a deep closer, and his best chance is if there's a fast early pace.
A little more speed. The 12, East Avenue, named after a street right by Saratoga Race Course. Won his first 2 starts, none since, though. One of 2 Godolphin hopes of winning their first Kentucky Derby. Publisher, the 13.
Another stretch runner, good 2nd in the Arkansas Derby. Steve Asmussen, Hall of Fame trainer, looking for his first Derby win. Publisher looking for his first win of any kind.
Tiztastic has earned the most money of the 19 horses, winner of the Louisiana Derby. Hall of Fame jockey and trainer, you just mentioned it, Steve Asmussen, 0 for 26 in the Kentucky Derby. Jerry, the 15 is Render Judgment.
With only 1 lifetime win, he probably deserves to be a long shot. He's trained by Kenny McPeak.
It is one of the greatest events in sports. The Kentucky Derby from Louisville, Kentucky. Thankful for that photo technology. We would not be able to bring you these pictures without it. That 3-way photo finish. Just 1 year ago, our official attendance, I said it was over 100,000, underestimated it a bit. 147,406 in the building at Churchill Downs to witness history just moments from now. The track is wet, it's sloppy, but that is what's up for grabs. The winner's circle used 1 time every year at Churchill Downs, and that time is fast approaching. One final check of the odds, the 19 horses who have a chance at history. Your favorite is Journalism, 7-2. Sandman, the 2nd choice. The Japanese-based horse Luxor Cafe at 8-1. But as we have seen in the past, an 80-1 long shot can win this race. It is time to go through some of the top competition. Randy Moss, Jerry Bailey. We'll start with the favorite, 7-2 odds in Journalism.
He seems to have held his composure like most of them over here. He looked great this week training, so that means he shipped well. He's so tactical. He can do everything, anything a jockey wants him to do in terms of position. What Umberto Rispoli, his jockey, has to be very aware of is how fast they are going early or slow. I expect it to be fast. It's easy to get sucked in too close to a hot early pace, and if that happens, the horses usually slow down in front of you far too early, and you end up making the lead too soon. So race aware.
A couple days ago, Baeza was not even in the field. Now, one of the top choices.
He was 2nd in the Santa Anita Derby. Right now, he's the 6th choice in the betting at 14-1. He's 2nd in our order because Jerry and I both consider him the 2nd best 3-year-old in America, behind only Journalism. An illustrious family. His half-brother Mage won the Derby in 2023. His half-brother Dornock won the Belmont last year, 2024. The outside post, trainer, owner, jockey, don't mind it whatsoever.
One of the many questions in this Derby is what will the pace be like early on? Will it be very, very fast? Set up for a closer. like the 18 in Sovereignty.
Yes, I think it will be. Sovereignty has the advantage of having already won over this racetrack at Churchill Downs last fall as a 2-year-old. It wasn't sloppy, but it was Churchill Downs. He's fairly tactical. He's the kind of horse that starts slow early, but can make a middle move and get himself in position for that late final kick.
Another deep closer, Sandman, currently going off at 5-1.
Yeah, big surprise, I think, that he's that low of a price. Social media influencer Griffin Johnson and all his followers probably making this horse the darling of social media, but he also will benefit from a fast early pace from well behind.
How surprised are you to see the 8-1 odds next to Luxor Cafe?
A little bit surprised, but the Japanese almost won it last year with Forever Young. He had a 5-length win in his last race, second largest margin of victory. I think I said the most, behind only American Promise. He's for real.
So we are just about ready to load the most unique starting gate in all of horse racing. The shot from high above. Some of the most famous faces in horse racing history are in the building right now. The great D. Wayne Lucas, coach, American Promise, trying for another Derby win. Last time he did it was 1999. Bob Baffert, back after a 3-year ban, has a chance on the rail, makes it more difficult with Citizen Bull. John Sheriffs is drawn into the field. Baeza, one of the top choices. And Michael McCarthy, been through a lot this past year, has the favorite in the Kentucky Derby. You can see how he's feeling right now.
Watch the 1 and the 12, right? Citizen Bull from the rail, East Avenue from post 12. The pace could get pretty quick.
With the call of Derby 151. Let's get it up to Larry Colmus.
All right, Ahmed, just a few more to go in. Flying Mohawk has moved into the starting gate. Owen Almighty taking his spot. He's number 20, and that leaves just the 21, Baeza, to complete the line here under Flavian Pratt. Baeza steps forward and in. They're all in line. We're ready for the start. They're off in the Kentucky Derby. Journalism is in a little bit of traffic early on here, but he came out of the gate okay. Citizen Bull and Neo Equos, as expected, to the front, but they've come well off the rail. And these two are setting the pace with Owen Almighty to the outside. East Avenue is away running in fourth. American Promise is fifth and down on the inside. Then Admire Daytona. Burnham Square is closer today. He's down on the rail, only about 5 lengths off the lead. Then Chunk of Gold. Journalism is saving ground into that turn. He's in the middle of the pack as Cold Battle goes up on the far outside with Render Judgment and Flying Mohawk. Then comes Publisher, Baeza to the outside. Down toward the rail, Japan's Luxor Cafe leads Sovereignty. Tistastic and Sandman are next. And Final Gambit is the trailer as they race past this half mile in 46.23 seconds. So the pace is honest enough, set by the Baffert runners, Citizen Bull, and Neo Equos is pressing it on the outside. American Promise together with Owen Almighty, third and fourth. Break of another 2.5 to East Avenue in fifth. Burnham Square is sixth on the inside. Brian Hernandez has him down on the rail like he did with Mystic Dan last year. They're about 6 lengths off the lead as they race for the far turn. Citizen Bull on the inside. Neo Equos on the outside. These two right together on the lead. American Promise comes under pressure. Owen Almighty is fourth by 2.5. Chunk of Gold is fifth, trying to get involved now with 5 lengths to make up. In the meanwhile, we look back for Journalism. He's been swung to the outside by Umberto Rispoli, and he's picking off horses one by one on the far outside. Neo Equos is the leader at the top of the stretch. Journalism is on the move as they turn for home, and Sovereignty is coming with him on the outside. The two of them go right by with a furlong to run. Journalism and Sovereignty, nose to nose, down to the last 16th of a mile. Sovereignty has taken the lead. Journalism is second toward the inside. Baeza's third, but it will be Sovereignty to rule the Kentucky Derby. Journalism and Baeza were next. Final Gambit was fourth. The final time was 2:02.31 seconds.
We wondered how this race would set up. Fast early pace. It was. Setting up for a closer. Trained by Bill Mott. Sovereignty, your Derby 151 winner.
Back early, made a slight middle move as he's accustomed to doing at times. looked like he was following journalism around the turn, around horses about 4 wide, and then the race was on through the stretch. It was journalism and Sovereignty, neck and neck, head and head. In the final 100 yards, Sovereignty proved the best.
The first Kentucky Derby winner for Godolphin and Sheikh Mohammed, who's been ruling American racing in the Eclipse Awards lately. The second for Bill Mott, but the first one was by disqualification with Country House in 2019. Now he gets to experience winning the Derby for real the first time.
Junior Alvarado.
His first, yes.
Did not affect him, did not affect the horse.
Journalism, the favorite, ran well. Baeza was right behind him in third, just like the Santa Anita Derby, except Sovereignty loves Churchill Downs and just improved past those two.
Yeah. Journalism had no problem. Had a good inside trip in the first turn, crept up in the far turn, 3 wide trip, most of it, and had every chance in the world to outrun Sovereignty and couldn't do it through the stretch.
Stretch runner, stretch runner, stretch runner, stretch runner. Top 4 is Final Gambit. Fills out the superfecta, but it's all about Sovereignty.
And the reason is 22-46, fast pace.
Citizen Bull doing what he needed to do, got out front early, but that pace just too fast.
The best race of Sovereignty's life before this was here at Churchill Downs as a 2-year-old. He loves this place. He was training beautifully here, and he proved it again just now.
Early on, Citizen Bull broke out, forced out Neo Equus, wiped out 2 or 3 horses early to get the lead, but he certainly got there.
Take a look around the far turn, guys.
Okay, you can see Sovereignty actually following journalism. He had made that middle move to get up in behind him as they came around the turn. At the top of the stretch, it's Sovereignty on the outside, journalism on the inside. Slight edge to journalism at this point, but Sovereignty has him in his sights, and he's slowly grinding him down and then drawing away in the final 16th of a mile. Just a nice ride by Junior Alvarado. Gets his first Kentucky Derby. Was hurt about a month and a half ago. Didn't know if he'd get back in time. He certainly did, and thank God he did.
We've said it before, and it's worth saying again. There's no better trainer in America at circling a date on the calendar and having a horse ready for a peak effort on that date, and Bill Mott has done it again.
We get it down to the track. Donna with the winning jockey and Junior Alvarado.
Ahmed, there was a very sweet moment after the race when Junior, all of the jockeys, maybe not all of them, but at least 10 of them came by to congratulate you. You are one of theirs, and now you finally get your first Kentucky Derby win. What's this mean?
You know, first of all, thank you. I got to thank my Lord Jesus for giving me this Kentucky Derby win. It was him and Sovereignty who got me all the way to the wire. And, you know, it meant the world to me. My family's here. I thought I had a great chance. Mr. Mott, I was so confident the whole week. I knew Mr. Mott could have done. Yeah, if I had to pick someone, it was Mr. Mott. And, you know, like, we've been a team for a while. It's just like, it's more than even a dream come true just to have it done with him and the Godolphin people who have been very helpful throughout my career too.
Junior, you've overcome many injuries along the way, including an injury 5 weeks ago that set you back for 3 weeks, and he stuck by you. Did you expect that sort of loyalty?
You know, you never know sometimes in the business, but, you know, he called me right the day I got out of the hospital. He said to me, you know, do what you need to do. If the horse wins or finish second or third, you'll ride him back, and you ride all the horses you've been riding, you'll get back on it.
Okay, quickly, you're from Venezuela. Your father, Rafael, was a jockey. What's this mean for the family?
I can't even describe it. I'm pretty sure they're way over the moon right now. Thank you. Gracias. Papá, mamá, los quiero. Kelly, Adrián, Adeline, Axel, y Venezuela, para ti, Venezuela. Thank you.
I think that means he's happy. Let's go to Kenny Rice. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you, Donna. I'm with the winning trainer, Bill Mott. Bill, congratulations on that run. What were you thinking as they turned for home?
I saw him gearing up when he left the half-mile pole. He started to pick up his momentum, and I lost him a little bit between